There are some things in page builders that I get so excited about when I use it. If you've started using builders in the last couple of years, 2, 4, even 5 years, many of these features may not excite you, but my brain is still wired into how we used to do things at the beginning. So when I use some of these new features, I am just so excited, giddy almost every time I do that. And one of that I'm going to show you now. Below this section, I want to add a little bit information about our company. This structure, however, I want to use something we did on the homepage. I'll go to the front end where we were working on this one previously. I'll deactivate Pixify, and now we have the ability to navigate to our different pages. So I'll go to the home page, and what I want to do is just basically use this entire section. There are so many ways we can do it. One is we can save it, and then we can use it again. But I want to show you, so that you know about this feature, something else. Let's go back into Divi 5. From here, we navigate back to the home page, and we do that by go to the sidebar on the left, Page Manager, then Pages, and select the little pencil edit page icon for the home page. Go to the section. You can click on the section as so, right-click, and select Copy, or just Control-C, Command-C. Just note you also have other features here like Copy Parent, Copy Children, Copy Section, and most of the cases you're going to go for Copy Section. Divi goes out of their way to give you options that will confuse you until Blue Monday by adding many nice features, but ones you will almost never use. Yes, sometimes you're going to go for Copy Parent, and other times you would prefer Copy Children, but 99.9925% of the time, you will go for this one, Copy Section. Again, shortcut is Control-C, Command-C. So I've copied this. Now you want me to go back to the About page, right? Exactly. We go to Page Manager again, open up the pages, go to About, and select Edit Page. What I will do here is go to our layers. It works better for me, Section, and I'll right-click. And then we have Paste Section and Paste Section below. This is not a global, which means if I make changes here, it's not going to make any changes to my page on the front. I want this to be independent. I don't want these two to be connected. We'll look at global blocks in a while, but for now, I just want to use this layout. This is so pretty awesome, right? You can copy something on one page, navigate to another page, and you can hear in my voice, there's a sparkle there, right? Because I really cannot imagine how we did this many, many years ago. We couldn't save sections. We couldn't copy paste it like this, but somehow we managed. And just as we're getting these features, Google wants to kill the websites. Good. Now that we've done this, let's make a few changes. With my row, I'll go to this section over here, and I will select the first row. There are 2 rows. I'll go to my content, 2 columns here. I'll grab this column and drag it to the top. So I just switch them around. Go to the column on the right, select that. And how do we do that? Let's go here. I select the column, Design, Layout, and I will put my content on the right, image to the right. Now what I will do is grab this divider here in the middle, and we go to our spacing. It was on -140 left. We remove that. Like so. How about we make this image fill this entire column? How can we do that? Click on the image, go to Sizing, Force Full Width. That's a very nice feature in Divi, and it does everything I want it to do. It takes the container, which in this case is our column, and it forces full width into that column. But what if you don't want it at this height? Then we scroll down to where you see aspect ratio, and we say we want it for 3:4. Enter, and actually that is much bigger. Let's go for a 2:3. Let's see how that looks. Also much bigger. So we go for something a little bit more square, and now we can go, let's go for 1:1, just to see how it will look. And it looks stretched. And once it is stretched, under the design, we go to framing and we put object fit to cover. We've created this section by copying it from the front. We switched the columns around. We changed the image, the size, its aspect ratio, framing, and all of those grand terms that we find in Divi. And all you need to do is probably go ahead and change out some of this content here. I will remove the read more. And the reason I'm going to remove read more is because actually the read more button on the front page will bring us to this page. And this is where they will be reading more. And what I will most probably do is add one additional paragraph here, and so that people can read more with extra content here. And this is how we can keep it nicely consistent. I will say here where the dream began. And let's have a look on how this looks on our tablet device. Now, the first reaction you have when you get to tablet device is that this doesn't look good. Actually, on tablet device, often this narrow text area with this open space here, it doesn't bother anyone. We accept it on a tablet device, but we can make a few changes. Let's just have a look on phone. Good. Where the dream began, spacing is good enough for us there. Let's just jump back up here. I really like it here on the desktop. What can we do here to make it a little bit different? We could go ahead and change the image size here. So select the image again, go to sizing, and then instead of the 1:1, we can make it much bigger. So we can put it maybe like a 9:16 and give it that Instagram look. And perhaps from here go to column, and then we can say for the column alignment, put it to the bottom or even to the center. Top, I'm torn between the top and the bottom, but I'll drop it for this case to do something different to the bottom. On mobile device, what I do not like is that I think our 100 pixels here at the top is too much. I'll go to our spacing, 100 pixels, and I'll drop that down to 50. And what about the bottom? I will also drop it down to 50. So let's just link it to 50/50. Okay, so this image took its aspect ratio from the tablet. So we make a change here and we go back to sizing because this is way too big. And let's put in a 1:1. Bring it down something manageable again. Let's see if that did work. Because we know that Divi 5 is pretty new and we know there are bugs and we know there are regular updates, to assume that things are going to work exactly the way we thought they worked yesterday would be a mistake. And that's why I will check again and again and again. And after we did that, we save and we go preview it again on the front end. We are here now. So let's go back to about. Nice. That's so quick. Love it. And activate Pixify. There we go. Good section that we've created here.